Hey there, Shooby Doodlers, how are you doing? I'm going to show you how to make this quick Christmas card now, but let's not talk about it. Let's do it. I had a Christmas card sent to me this week from Luke, and you can see when I met Luke in this video up here, and go support his channel too. So Luke sent me this lovely snowman card, and I thought I'd send him one back. And at the same time, I'll show you kind of how to do it yourself. You might want to do a bit of a plan. I'm drawing very, very gently. So this is going to be in a snow dome. That's the circle. And I've done this on Draw Stuff Real Easy. So you can go over there and get a much sort of simpler kind of version of this. And so I'm going to start by drawing a circle for the head around about there. We're going to want the body at an angle like that. So we'll have the hat kind of going straight up like that. And we want it kind of streaming off kind of like that with a little tag on the end. And he's skating. So we're going to have his arms behind like that. And he's going to want to have one leg coming forward, bending down, and then like maybe about there, because we need to have room for the skate about there. That will come down there, this will come back up and down, and then we want to skate there too. So with a plan like that, we can get started. And I'm going to start with a carrot for the nose like that, and a couple of bits of coal in there for the eye, and maybe a little stick or something put in there for the mouth, a little sort of winsome smile. And we're going to make this a kind of a fluffy Christmas Santa kind of hat like that. And then this will just kind of be trailing out into the breeze like that. And then we want to have this sort of snowman. So that will come around to there, and we'll have a foot there, down and down. And you can sort of, if you're stuck for making a Christmas card for friend, family, here you are. I'm going to do a little thing like that, okay? And then down on each side, and that's kind of the bit that holds the skate on. So we come back, forward, a little bit of skate, and then we're going to want to have sort of a bit of pond in the bottom of this snow dome. He's going to want some buttons down his front as well, and we're going to want the other arm going around there, and then we'll draw this snow dome all the way around. Maybe put in a little bit of reflection there, and then this is a kind of a turned wooden base. So that will just sort of go like that. So these are just like sausages going around the back, and then we'll have the edge of the table. And then I'm going to get my hairdryer. And when you are absolutely sure that the ink is dry, then erase those pencil lines, and no one will know how you planned it out. Let's get all that stuff off. Oh, we're going to want some kitchen towel. This is my Pentel Aquash brush, so the water is in the handle, it flows through the brush, so it works slightly differently to a normal brush. And I'm going to start with some blue. So this is French ultramarine. It's kind of very wet, so it's not very thick, not very dark. So the more water you add to watercolour, the paler the colour, and that's really all we want. So I think maybe just fractionally I can then sort of drop it in a little bit darker while it's wet, and then we want a bit of shadow around there and around there. And I think that's basically the snowman. You don't need to do a lot more, so we'll just put a little bit into the ice that he's skating on. And what I am going to do is I'm going to get out my China marker. So this is a wax marker. It's a bit like drawing with a wax candle. And so a snow dome, when it's shaken up, of course, has a lot of snow in it. So that's what I'm going to draw now. And so I'm basically doing, I don't know if you can see, can you see? Yeah, there, you can see I'm putting lots of little white dots all over this. And it's just like when you were a kid and maybe you drew secret messages with a wax candle, and then you kind of paint over the top and reveal. So we'll let that reveal in a little moment. And of course that's going to be a bit white on there too, and that's going to be a bit white there. So we want the shadows for that. Now, my patrons, are you supporting me on Patreon? My patrons know me very well, and they know that I particularly love this colour here, which is Naples yellow. And so I'm gonna you can use this as the base colour for this wooden, sort of turned wooden base. Now the water's not flowing. There we are. That's better. Sometimes you need to give it a little squeeze just to get the flow going again. And I'm not going to go right to the edge because we need a bit of sort of highlight, and then I'm going to leave a bit of white kind of there and there, little highlights like that, and then I'll get a bit of burnt sienna. Oh, this brush isn't behaving itself. I'm just going to swap it for another. Sometimes these brushes, they need a little bit of attention. They need to get washed out, and sometimes they can get really clogged, in which case you want to just well, I did a video. Did I do a video about this? I'll check. If I did, I'll put a link up here about how to clean them, because you really need to get the bleach out really to sort of clean them, because if you leave them lying around they get a bit kind of mouldy. Right, so that's just dropping a bit of burnt sienna in to give a bit of sort of form to the whole thing. And I'm going to have some very nice red scarlet on this hat, so it's going to be a real Santa hat like that. And again, to give a bit of form and sort of shade, I'm going to drop in a bit of carmine there. So these are mostly the basic colours you're going to get in a basic kind of set. And I'm going to have a bit of sort of I can't remember, Prussian blue, is it? That's what I can't remember. Yeah, I think it's Prussian blue. Anyway, I'm going to do that on there. And oh, we need to do something about this carrot nose as well. So I'm going to get a bit of yellow in with that scarlet. And then we'll get that in there like that. And then, now this is another one of my favourite colours, which is called neutral tint. And I'm going to put that in underneath this the ice that the Snowman is working on, and then I'm going to sort of bring it up around there a little bit, just something like that. It's just really good for shadows, but if you haven't got neutral tint, what you can do is get burnt sienna and French ultramarine, and then kind of mix them until you're getting grey rather than brown or blue. So that's pretty good. So I'm just going to put a little bit of shadow there, a little bit of shadow underneath there, and then we're going to want a bit of shadow around there too. Wash the brush, clean the brush, and then let that kind of flow into some fresh water there. I'm going to need the hairdryer again, and then I'm going to get that French ultramarine again, and I'm mixed it up with a bit of that, but never mind. And then I'm going to sort of wash it into the background here, and you can see that the stars are shining up. The snow rather is showing up from the wax pencil that I put in earlier. So you have to remember to use that earlier on. So that will then kind of shine out like that. You can maybe then get some stronger colour and just sort of drop it in behind in sort of like that, and then sort of push it and wash it out to the edges. So you're just getting it sort of slightly stronger in the middle, and then there we go, like that. And then well, not quite finally, because I think there's another step we probably need to do. I'm going to do a wood pattern. So like it's a, you know, a wood grain kind of thing. So it's going to go sort of that way, something like that. And that will go across like that. And then I think we're probably going to need some colour for the table that it's on, like that. Bring that down there, clean your brush, and then just kind of wash it down. And I'm going to turn it around upside down. Oh, made a little something there. And I'm going to add a little bit of pinkiness into here, I think. So let's do that. And we're doing a similar kind of thing. Get that around there and just around the globe, and then clean the brush and just squeeze very, very gently, and then you'll get some clean water, and that'll just kind of wash it out to the edges. And there you go. I don't think, well, actually, I think I might actually. Having said I wasn't going to do any more, I'm just going to add a little more shadow in there with neutral tint, and because it's wet I can still drop it in there like that. And there you go, how to draw a very quick Christmas card for your friends or family. Thanks for watching. Do click down there and make sure that you are subscribed to the Shoo Rayner drawing channel, and keep coming back for lots more drawing videos. In the meantime, keep drawing, practice, and I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye bye.